And I want to Mama County and those other people that maybe are bragging about all this. I expected Mama County to keep quiet. Because when akina Sudi na watu wale wengine wanachukua vitu yao kutoka national government, wanapelekea motorbike, wanapelekea vitu ya saloon, wanapatia chukuchuku, wanapatia motorbikes, wanapatia vitu ya mjengo. When those people are enabled like that, what Mama County can bring to us if you come and build this hotel?
Yeah.
You give the contractor to build, he build, and you are not able to pay even a penny. And somebody else comes and buys it off and pays the contractor, and the building becomes his. Yeah. Who has constructed or who has done the job?
The one who has paid.
The calves about to be born is about 16,000. And 3,000 has already been born.
Oh.
I don't know how many are called Badrisha over all over.
Yeah.
Let me talk about the bridge. Can I talk about that?
Yes.
Just briefly on that.
Yeah. Hey, wadau. So if nini mmejengewa hizo bridges kwenyu, guys, hebu commentini alafu mtutag kwa hizo video zenyu, mpost hizo videos hizo bridges, then tutaziangalia.
Can you also ask me personal questions?
Yeah, ni mraya.
Okay, ni mraya.
That you are using police harassment or arrest to intimidate young critics.
And I want to talk to Gen Zs. Very unfortunate. We are being misused by people at exposed. You to suffer, lakini watoto wao hawezi kuambiwa waandike vile mnaandika. We could not have had a better governor at this particular time. And a governor that we can trust to come and finish over the many years and tell him, thank you, can you continue and finish the programs and do it the way you have done it well.
The advice aje, like one word kwa kijana mwenye anajituma sasa huku nje. Nini utamwambia like as a word of encouragement? Yeah, hello guys, welcome to another episode of 60-second podcast. I'm Jay, your host, and today we are honored to have a county secretary. He's an award-winning secretary, and his name is Honorable Frank Kanja Muchina. And welcome so much to the podcast.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Have you
for hosting me.
Yeah.
What would you like me to say today?
Yeah. So to begin, tunataka kujua, before becoming the CS and the leader you are today, how was your life back then?
All right. Let me take back. I think I'm a Nairobi University graduate, 1989, and I started working my career in the government. I was offered the job of the DO, which I declined, so I went to human resource, and I worked for the government for 7 months in education, in charge of discipline and salaries. And then I did a competitive positioning in Kenya Power, where I was taken in as a human resource assistant in 1990. I rose through the ranks in Kenya Power until I became the human resource manager in Kenya Power. I worked there for 14 years, and then I left. I did. I joined National Studios Board as a HR director and administration, and I worked there again for about 9 years. Then I had a part of a break when I came to the county as a county secretary, and that I worked for about 8 months. I resigned. The position was, there was a lot of issues. I was very particular on issues of systems, and there were issues that were not light, and because of that they wanted me to remove me from the CS and give me position of CCM, and I was added also 50,000 on top, which I snapped, and I decided to quit. And because I like honesty, and I want to do the very best for this county, not about what I'm gaining. And then from there I've done consultancy. I'm a management consultant. That is part of what I've done. But besides that, after National Studios Board, and as I went to as I came out, I went to consultancy, which I did, including consulting even for BBI, consulting for Philips South Africa, and I was a lead consultant in HR in a number of organizations in Nairobi, until I also established my own organization called Scott, and which have done quite a number of consultants for a number of organizations. And what I do is to dissect organizations and come up with policies and procedures, and also make it healthier. And we have been able to lift organizations which were making losses into making profits. Then from there, I think I also have worked as a GM in an organization that is dealing with machinery. That's like the ones we have in the county, and also in construction. And then I was also the managing director in a construction company. Before then, I went in full consultancy. I was doing my consultancy, which I love so much, when His Excellency Governor Badisha decided to take me back as a county secretary. And I think he saw the value, and I appreciate coming here. I want to appreciate that he has also given my office a lot of support to be able to achieve the things that we achieved in the county. Thank you.
Wow, that's amazing. That's a journey. And for you to become the leader that you are today, it means you had to drop some few friends back then, right? And how important is that as a leader? Like,
how dropping the...
Yeah, like, you have to leave some ways so to focus on the thing that you want.
One thing, personally, Sam, I'm a very self-driven person. You give me any job anywhere. In Kenya Power, I was almost promoted almost on a yearly basis. In National Serious Board, I left a mark. I made the organization turning 1 billion. We were able to lift it to 5 billion in 5 years, and change the style even in terms of payment of the staff. When I get on a business, I give it my best, and I in record I achieve. And even as stated by the award-winning, even of the county secretary, when I get on the job, I give it the very best, because you enter the stage once, and then after that you leave. I do not, when I get focused on something, I never listen to the voices and negative voices that are around me. And I never get discouraged by what somebody will say. When I get on focus, I get on the goal, and my eyes on the ball, and I get it.
Yeah, that's amazing. And what's the work of a CS?
The work of the CS is quite a bit heavy and diverse. One, it is the one that is known is the secretary to the cabinet, and he takes the minutes for the cabinet, and that's especially in support to His Excellency the Governor. It is anchored under His Excellency the Governor. So any coordination across all the departments is done by the CS. And when the CS does that, he actually does it under the governor. That is, in actual, what governor would be able to do is what's delegated to the CS, so that he can be able to be a bit more freer to think on strategic issues about overall the county, get the links, get the partnership, and then get somebody who is actually getting the work to be done. So all the coordination of the department is done under CS. Currently, I also head the communication department. I also head the records management in the county. The communication, you're going to see a number of things that are going to come very soon. The record management, we have been able to achieve a lot, even in doing the digitization from the time that I came in. We are also in charge of administrative issues, and also the staffing. And right from the time we came under His Excellency Governor Badisha, who has supported my office so much, we have been able to lift Daragwa, facelift Daragwa and Jabini, and make them good offices for our staff, because we also want to create an environment that is good enough for our staff. I am also in charge, currently I've also been under the fleet management. We have been also in charge of the vehicles, but now the fleet management, including the fueling and the less, is under County Secretary. Under his support, the governor, you realize that we had 25 vehicles which were burnt. currently we have been able to bring back to life about 9 vehicles that have actually been able to serve the county without hitch, under the support of His Excellency the Governor. Then the other issues are that we also do the communication with the outside community. Yeah. Any letter that is coming from the county must go through the CS. Coming out from the outside must come through the CS. Because as I told you, he is anchored there because he's the eye of the governor. So anything that is going out, the governor must be in loop and understanding. And anything that is going to go out, I have to give a copy. Or if I find that it is not right, I can stop it at that particular moment. So again, I also do the communication with the county assembly, ensuring that we have good relationship with the county assembly. And I think we have worked very well under his leadership, the Governor Badrisha, and also the leadership of the county assembly. Yes.
Wow, those are many words.
Yes.
Hey, so it means bila CS county yeziran.
Administratively, that position was created very key in terms of coordination and administration. Actually, getting it out is almost you are staffing the county. So it is done with that in mind, so that it can support the governor. In other fact, the issue is, as I said, it's the work of the CS is actually basically to support the governor. So removing it is also making it very difficult for governor to be able to achieve. Because what happens is that then he will actually be so involved in everyday operations until he cannot be able to create and have the overall direction and strategic direction of the county. Yes.
Oh, okay. And you are an award-winning CS, and najua ni CS wengi, hizi county ni mingi. So why you? Mbona ukachaguliwa kuwa mshindi?
Well, amazing. I am one person, some who like to be very honest.
Yeah.
When they called me, I was thinking it is the way people just call somebody because they want to be given some money so that you can be given a position.
Yeah.
So I asked them, and I would not have taken it. I like to be a very honest and authentic person.
Yeah.
So when I called them and asked them, how did you get to know about this? I was amazed. They told me, we have conducted our own investigations. We come and talk to the citizen. And they told me my rating from the citizens of Nyandarua was very high. Then they came and they were told about I'm very strict in terms of issues to do with policies. And I've also helped the county in terms of issues of the policy development, right from the first government. Then they said they also interviewed the county assembly, on terms of the basis on what is done. They also said they also interviewed some sections of the county staff, and also they interviewed the national government, the people that we interact with and which we do interlinks. So out of that, the general administration, they were able now to come up and say which is the most stable organization, also in management of staff as the overall head of service. And I think with my background, I had a little bit of a favor on that. And that's how I asked them, how are you going, is there anybody is going to give anything about this? Because I wanted just to be very authentic. They told me, no, what you need is only to avail yourself for the reward. And I found is very genuine. And as you say, they have been given twice award for the second best county secretary, and I am humbled before God. And I also want to take this opportunity to tell the people of Nyandarua, thank you for having such confidence in me. I want to appreciate also the people in the county assembly and also maybe some of our staff. And also in number one, appreciate His Excellency the Governor, because without his support, it would be very difficult to achieve. And I think he has given me a lot of support to enable me and created an environment to enable me to achieve. Yes.
Yeah, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Yeah. And being that you're busy as a CS, how does your day look like?
Wow, what do I say, Sam? Now, my day, I normally wakes up around 3 so that I can organize. So by 3, I'm able to do some letters which I feel needed to be done, and then I send them to my secretary, so that by the time I'm coming to the office, some of the letters will be would be actually already be printed. At around 5 and 6 is when we speak with the governor. Even the governor does not sleep. Yes, around 5 to 6 is when I speak with governor. We talk with the governor, so that if there's direction he need to be done, I take them. If there's some instructions that need to be carried out, I do. If there's any support I require from him, that is the time he normally would direct on that, and he gives me that hour so that we can be able to learn the county. Then after that, I prepare myself. I am particular about also punctuality. And you realize the other time when you're talking about punctuality with some few staff, but now we are having very good turn up and very good performance, even our staff, and we are proud of them for that. And then I enter the office. There could be meetings which I have to hand. There could be the usual office work, and also seeing wananchi when sometimes when they come from the governor, they are referred to me, or when the governor is still there, I come and handle all that. If there are delegation to be seen, I am incorporated in that. And then comes that runs until 5, because I do not have enough time to do my office work. I have to sit now back around 6 so that I can do the office work. So sometimes I go up to 9, up to 10, and sometimes I'll go to midnight when work is very heavy. But that is how that work demands. And because I was given with the opportunity by His Excellency the Governor, and I would not like to let him down, I would not like to let our residents down, I take it, I embrace it with a lot of comfort, and I have no complaint about it.
Mi nikikaa mpaka saa 6 na watching TikTok. And what's interesting about your job?
The interesting part about my job is, and I'm so happy, is, when you see the county being, in terms of organization, in terms of coordination, working well, that gives me a lot of joy. When we see a lot of partnership getting into support the county, that makes me happy. When I see issues that are required to be done so that they can support His Excellency the Governor's manifesto, that gives me a lot of joy. And also the fulfillment also sometimes when we are able also to attend some of the issues that are raised by the citizens, that also is such a joy to us. Yes.
And do you have challenges as you work as a CS? Kuna challenges?
Well, the myriad of challenges. Of course, number one, it's a very tough job. So if you become a bit so lenient in terms of operations, the county may not move. There's sometimes when you have to make sure that there are sometimes that they can call for taking decisive actions, which sometimes may not be very popular, even with the people. With the workers or even with the colleagues, but we got to do it because that job is supposed to be done by someone, and the person, Sam, who goes and helps him to take people out of this earth at a committee. He wakes up and tells the wife, "Please prepare me a heavy breakfast because there is a lot of work today." Not only because he wants to go and execute people, but that is his job. Even if some is taken there off rank, you do it. So when a job is given, however tough it is, you got to do it. And when this particular time, it is the CS Kanja who has to be on that seat, I got to do it, and I have to do it with a lot of pride for this county. And personally, the challenges that are there, I have been able to surmount on them because the governor is also very, very supportive. And number two, I also told you I am a very focused person. So I don't get intimidated by negative vibes or what people talk. When I get my eyes on the ball, we go for that. Yes.
Yeah, so na umeshaongelea about how you deal with the negative troll, ndio nilikuwa nikuulize. And another question before to transition sasa tukuje kwa the national politics. Would you die for this country? This country.
I want to say this. I love this country so much. When I was younger, I had opportunities even to work outside. Like I saw you even have done consultancy even outside this country. At this moment, I have a number of our people who are in America and Britain. I had moments sometimes I would have actually been able to go because I helped those people to go and settle there. But I love this country. Because the social life is good, and also you want to contribute and make a difference, even for our county and also the country. And personally, I've worked with all the people in this country from all the tribes, and I tell you, we have a very rich culture. We are very rich, very powered people, and only if we can be united, that can take us far. I love this country, and anything I do it for the betterment of it.
That's amazing. So the first question about the the politics in Kenya, is the government working? The national government.
That is very difficult. That's a very serious question, Sam. I think I want to pass on that. I want to pass on that. Why? Because I would like to talk about the issues in the county. I want to concentrate on the issues of the county. I would like the issue of the national to be spoken by the people who are in the national, so that I can handle the issues for the county at this particular moment. Because if I get so much, if I get so much and close over there, I may not be the right person to really discuss much about that.
Yes. And one question just about the national need. Can we sue the government? Is it possible to sue the government, like generally?
The government?
Like can we sue the government?
Yes, it can be sued.
How?
For instance, if your rights were violated, maybe like now by the police, when you sue, when you sue that and join also the government. If maybe you are so there's something that was done and you are denied your right under an administrative of the government arm, you can sue the government, or anything that you find that it was violated between you as a right of a citizen, you have the right to do that.
And where do you go to report? Because it's the government that you are suing.
You report. There are some issues that you can report to the police. Others, your lawyer would go and file a case directly to court.
So I want to ask you the question that watu wa Nyandarua walituma tuulize, but before that nataka nikuulize maswali yangu sasa, hii ni personal. So what are some of mistakes you have done that almost cost you your career?
That is what mistakes? I'm trying to go around because for me, if it is performance, I think that is a high rating, and that's you can get obvious. The mistake I would make cost my career is I'm one person who is not flexible when it comes especially to matters of corruption. If I think things we are doing are not right, that happened in some of the careers, and I'm very stuck. If I think what we are doing is not for good of the people, and I feel that we are not right on what we are doing, I think that would bring a crash for me to get out of a job or even the government.
How do you stay clean, thinking that in Kenya tuna thrive in corruption, like we are corrupt? So how do you stay clean as a person?
I think I'm writing a book. I had started it earlier, but I've not released it. Which is very called abnormality normal and normal abnormality. Because the situation as it is that there are some people who really loves corruption so much that they think those people who do not want to be corrupt, they are abnormal. So they think that is abnormal. They are the ones who are abnormal. And also now there is also the other school of thought where those who are also normal, they look at the other being as abnormal. I would like to say that in the system that we are working and in the government, it is true there is quite a number of issues that comes, but the person who is heading, if he becomes a bit more serious, he also sets the trajectory of what is going to happen. If you become a bit weakling, you set a precedent which becomes chaotic. And I think we are not perfect. We try to do the best we can because we are also fighting against a system. But I think if I found even like Nyandarua again, we are in the same kind of things that we are, personally I would quit. And I'm always about that. But what I like about working like with my governor is that when things are supposed to be done over like this, they are procedurally, they are not procedurally followed. He will back me up that that's gonna be stopped. If there are issues that comes and the fights that they are not in the right direction, whether I stop it, he comes and supports it. It becomes difficult if the person who is on top of you is getting into issues of corruption, because it becomes difficult when you want to solve something. He is also part beneficiary. But I find it working with His Excellency the Governor very easy, because he gives me other words to ensure that the systems and procedures that are supposed to be followed in the county, they are followed. And that makes my work a little bit more easier. Yes.
Hey, you ni vizuri me clarify.
Yes.
So the last question from me, because I want to become an entrepreneur in the future, and so nilikuwa nataka kujua how should I phrase this? How can I be a leader? Like, how can I speak like a leader? Yeah, because sometimes I find myself mumbling a lot and siko specific, nataka kitu fulani lakini I'm not very specific. So how do you go about that?
I think one, you got to give yourself a lot of reading, so that you got to make yourself have a lot of reading beside the experience, because you are young and you are gaining experience as you move. But also it's good to have reading things on leadership, things on books on issues on confidence levels, so that you can raise your confidence levels. Now when you have the material in you, it becomes easier to be able to talk, because and give a speech or even talk off cuff, because already you have the depository in you of knowledge. So that is number one, very important. The other issue is, of course, creating confidence levels. And creating confidence levels is you talking over and over again. Number three, do not take so many things at a go. You concentrate. You take, if you want to take a particular lesson, or you want to take a particular aspect, you concentrate on it. Your mind gets put into that. It becomes perfected, and it becomes easier for you to communicate on the same. Yes.
Okay, thank you for that.
Yes.
Now tuingie kwa maswali yenye wananchi wako wameuliza.
Okay.
Yeah, and the first question is, can you comment on the speculation that you want to be a deputy governor?
Wow, what a worst question to start me with. Wow, okay. I think that is the maybe if people. I want to remind you some. I ran for a governor in this county, and I took in Kinangop I was position 2 to Kimemia. Of course, when we came to the overall county, my governor was ahead of me. But that gives you the reason and the belief that the people in Kinangop vested in me. I want to tell you what have happened. In this Kinangop, maybe you don't know, I helped to start off 13-day secondary schools. And I was going and doing the first class, and from the origin and moving forward. Those documentary, those are even in the education. They can tell you on that. Then when it comes to issues about groups, I formed a number of groups: youth, women, and men. Those groups now are having 3 million, 2 million, other 4 million, and they have been able to grow and able to educate their children. Some have built houses using they get 50,000 and return. So these people, we have grown with them. We know what Frank has done for them. It's not a matter of going to tell them. And that is why any time my name is a blood in Kinangop, because these are actual things. I do not have to fight against on that. Then I have also had the issue about the villages. I was the first person to come up with the idea. We do away with cutting the trees and using very weird materials when people are in mabatis, when people are meeting in meetings. Yeah. And I came up with the concept of tents. And I delivered 105 tents in this Kinangop and part later in part of Nyandarua when I was going for the governor's position. Yeah. And lastly, maybe I have also participated in educating a number of students, yes. Those who are not able, maybe orphans that were not able maybe to do very well and were performing very well. I was able to help a number of students in terms of helping them to accomplish their studies. And lastly, during my working time, now when I was coming, before I came to the county is more complicated. I'm not able to have a footing on that. Mm-hmm. But in other places, I was able to anchor about 79 youths in jobs, in parastatals, in banks, in other organizations. So that is not a mean achievement. And these people, when I was doing the campaign the first time, you would see so many vehicles. Those are actually a number of the vehicles of the people that I've helped there before. Wow. So I have had an impact in Kinangop, and I appreciate and I love Kinangop. And by extent, I have a love even for our county to see the development of the entire county. When I wanted to become the governor, I wanted to replicate on all that. But I appreciated that as I came in, even given the chance, there are a number of things that I've seen also being implemented by His Excellency the Governor in origin, from himself, also in different perspectives. Yes.
Yeah, and that sums up.
So when I talk about that, I wanted to give you that background.
Yeah.
So people in Kinangop can talk about many people have asked me about whether I'm going to run, and I've told them I'm not going to run because I want to be honest. If I wanted to run, I would not have come to the county. I am not a hypocrite. I like to be very honest. At this particular time, I am supporting Governor Badrisha to the end. Mm-hmm. On the issue of the deputy governor, there is a deputy governor currently. If the deputy governor decide to go again with the governor, I'll give them support as Frank. So because my aim is we have not a break in terms of the county so that somebody can be able to accomplish all the projects that he wanted to do. So if Mr. Badara also goes together with Governor Badrisha, I will support them. Yeah. But in case, again, some people sometimes can also decide, I want to make a land, and the position of the deputy is open. I don't think I'm lesser qualified for that position if people say about it. But I have never spoken about it anywhere. I've never said it anywhere. But if people think about that, so be it, if that position comes. But for now, the position is not vacant. Yes.
And there are some school of thoughts that we should choose a Gen Z as a deputy governor. What's your thought on that?
I want to tell you, I appreciate young people.
Yeah.
Anywhere I've been in this county and also in Kinangop, honestly, people know that I support young people. Yeah. You come anywhere, you come to Virginia, you come to any other place, they can tell you I go out of my way to support the youth. However, I want to state clearly that the position of a deputy governor is not a mentorship position. You don't put agency there for the sake of it, just to be there like a Zubi or just to be there, because you have a lot. When you put a person in deputy governor, you should actually be capable of also taking over and leading the county. So my position is that we develop the agencies from down so that they can accumulate administrative positioning, because running the county demands more than just being called a governor. You need to have administrative positioning. You need to have experience. You need to have hand understanding of dealing with the conflicts, the issue of managing politics, and the agencies. What I would look at it is like we should actually anchor them, a number of them in the position of the CEOs, and also others also in position of the CECs. And then after that, those who have gained, if there is any Gen Z who have gained that experience, he can now be taken for deputy governor. I have no problem about that. But you cannot tell me, Sam, like you or your head have picked. Just you go there. That's making a mockery of that position, and also a joke, and also making it just that position, that person will never be given a chance to compete for the same. Because you also need resources, you need knowledge, and also you need preparation. That is my take.
That's amazing. Vijana chukua hizo vitu zenye mnapatiwa. The next thing yenye niliulizwa ni, so education is a critical component for a county to grow, and so from the ECD level to the university, what has the governor done?
Well, I think that question comes at a good time, Sam, because I know there was hurrah-burning about the ECD and the rest. Let me see. And I want to tell the people in our county. Number one, what governor did when he came in, there are some schools which do not have classes. So over the time, he has been able to build about 30 classes for ECD. Number two, he found ECD classes where the students do not have the equipment, they do not have sometimes the furniture. There are some which were in desperate positions. So he also took a time to start equipping them with the furniture, very beautiful furniture, and that is an ongoing process, because it is a massive. ECDs are massive. The other one is also renovation. There were some ECD classes which were there, but yet they were not very conducive for the workers. He also worked on that in renovations. And having the mentality and the mind of a teacher, you can see his mind was very clear. Because if you do not have a good environment for the students, you are missing it. If they cannot be able to have place where they can be able to be lighting, you are missing it. Number three, he went out for partnership with the EIDU, where our class, the children in Nyandarua have actually been able to work with the digital computers. And you see a very big chunk, about 18,000 out of 2,400, they are actually using those gadgets. I think that is a major achievement, and people maybe they have not known about that. Those who are politicking want to come on and politic on the upper few things. Number four, when he came in, he was able to see some of the teachers that needed support. So some places, 250 classes did not have teachers. He employed a record number. 250 is not a simple number. That shows you the love that this man has for the ECD in our country and for the good of our education for our children. So 250 teachers were employed. Now he has gone a step further, and I want to say this, by the way, for information. I was the county secretary, the first in Nyandarua and the country, who proposed us to give them the 10,000. That was back in 2014. I am the one who actually initiated that move when I was county secretary for the ECD teachers. And these ECD teachers have always been given the 10,000, except those who are empowered. So all over the other regime, the first regime and the second regime. The first regime, it went on the 10,000. The second regime, what the governor did, which was good, instead now of them being on just being given the money on monthly, they were also given a contract, but a contract of the 10,000. Let me tell you what His Excellency has done. Number one, all the teachers of 10,000, he has worked to move them from 10,000 to 13,000, all of them. That is to ensure that also the minimum of the labor laws are also observed. But the other time they have actually violated, he has done that. Number two, the teachers 195 have also been taken from 10,000 to 15,000. And this is going to run from this August to next year, July. The next year, July, these teachers 195, he intended to put them in permanent. And then the others, as the other permanent people continue to move out, he continues taking the other people who are at 13 and 15,000 and push them in so that the others can come in. Because you see, the numbers of the ECD are so many. So we have also to make sure that we are strategic. Otherwise, the resources would actually be depleted.
Okay, thank you for clarifying.
And of course, without saying, let's talk about the great thing about the university.
Yeah.
For all the time we started when I was the county secretary, the first regime, the second regime, out of sheer commitment, and let people not joke, and let people not just play jokes, out of sheer commitment, devotion, sacrifice, his exit the governor to move this motion, getting into the president, getting into the system, getting into the national issues, getting even to the where he's going to anchor that, even providing the county to support. Until now, amazing that we can talk about a university in Nyandarua. When we see some people, other people playing jokes with it, it's unfortunate. Because we have other universities which have started in other areas in Rift Valley. They have taken colleges, they have taken schools. Nobody talks. But when we talk about the college here is to take a school, and the students are taken to other schools, and we can even get another shamba for a school. This is an opportunity which is not for praying. Okay? Ile ilikuwa inasemekana na Mkikuyu akisema kuna wakati wa mchezo na wakati wa seriousness, isn't it? Isn't it?
Yeah.
I think I would like to say that about that. I heard many people talking about ACD in different ways, and you have heard it. You know, just to make it a political move, but which does not make any sense to many people.
Yeah, and when unaongea, it seems that kuna kazi inafanyika, and mbona watu ni kama hawaoni, like, what's the problem?
You see, Sam, we have a problem in this county.
Yeah.
The politics of this county need to be taken to another level. If you get the competitors as we talk, they take on petty issues. You get a competitor want to politicize on a university because he does not want to see Governor Badrisha making mileage. It's Governor Badrisha's children already gone out of school.
Yeah.
They are not going to go there. It is for the posterity and this county. But look at people who are very mediocre, what they would actually be looking at to fight that against what people are gaining. Yeah. When you talk about that, you heard somebody say the other time, the
county. Actually, niko na hiyo swali hapa. So I actually want you to comment on it.
What?
Yeah, she said, and I quote, yeah, afadhali ungechukua mbosho na mchele mpe watoto.
I did not. I would not. I don't know whether I would ask that by Sam, because it's a joke. Let me say this. Number one, and I want to say this. Hatujaongea, and our competitors can go all talking lies and talking of what they want to talk. I can tell you, we will come down to the ground. Hatujaongea, we are working.
Yeah.
And that is also the slogan of our governor, that it's time for working. Let me tell you, and I want to challenge Mama County.
Yeah.
I expected Mama County to keep mum about that. I did not expect her even to ever speak about that. I want to tell her, number one, the counties that used to be given maharagwe and mchere ni ukabani, na ukabani imekataa sasa. It has gone to full production and enabled themselves. Not Nyandarua, where we are able to work. Our people are able to work and feed themselves. And I have no problem. He can bring it as a good measure. If he say that, who stopped her from taking those mchere to the schools? Ni wapi alipeleka ikasemekana haitakiwi. You know? So let him not play politics about that. Number two, let me tell you, what was important, Sam?
Yes.
And I want to be honest, and you can answer me or even our people in the county.
Yeah.
Tell me, Sam,
yes,
if we are given opportunity, there are not teachers in class, and also there is a feeding program, which would you give the first priority?
Yeah, obviously a teacher.
A teacher, because a feeding program, you can carry food. Even us, we never took that uji, we never got feeding. We are still good, and we have gone out even outside this country, competed with the Wazungus, and we are able to perform very well. So what was critical for Governor Badrisha? A rational person, a neighbor leader, a leader who sees far. It is first to ensure that he deal with the immediate problem, and that is the teachers. And that is why he put the money, a lot of money, to employ the teachers. I can tell you right now, money has already been put in the budget, because he has already worked a program for the uji, because that is the order of a priority. Na hiyo ni kazi ya kuonekana mtu mwelefu. Okay? And lastly, and I want to Mama County and those other people that maybe are bragging about all this. I expected Mama County to keep quiet, because when akina Sudi na watu wale wengine wanachukua vitu yao kutoka kwa national government, wanapelekea motorbike, wanapelekea vitu ya saloon, wanapatia tukutuku, wanapatia motorbikes, wanapatia vitu ya mjengo. When those people are enabled like that, what Mama County can bring to us is mchele na beans. Honestly, I expected her to keep mum about that. But if you want us to talk about it, and you want us to give a challenge, I can tell her we are good for the challenge. And we have not handled. We tell our competitors, for our governor, hatujaongea, wakati wa kuongea tutaongea. So they can have the field to talk, let us continue working. And if we have to talk about real work, you can see the court have talked about the ECD and demonstration of what our governor has done. Yes.
Mama County challenge accepted. Ni amesema simi.
And I appreciate it. And let me tell you, Sam, I have a lot of respect for the leaders. Even Mama County, even the former governor, we have no problem, because these are people from our county. They are our brothers and sisters. And we are welcome for the march. But let us be honest. Let us be issues based, and issues that can help the youth, can help the people, and direction that can change the county. We are ready for that. And but for the challenge, they are welcome. After all, you cannot be declared a winner when there are no competitors. We are telling them, come baby, come. We are ready.
You may sum up vizuri. Now the other question was, will the current interns be absorbed as PNPs?
No.
Why?
You ask me so why? Now let me tell you. I want just answer it in a very good way. Number one, what is the reason for the internship program? The internship program is to help you to acquire skills that now helps you now to go to the job market. Because when you go to the market, when they ask you, they say, what is your qualification? And I want to say this with a lot of humility. Now, those people who had my manifesto, they know I'm the only person who had the manifesto of taking interns. Even the money they were given, even by former governor, it's exactly what I had put in my manifesto, which is good. And I appreciate him implementing that. And Governor Badrisha has come and done 3 cohorts for about 600. Now we are going to 800 now in the next cohort. Now, if you see, we cannot, if we take in the interns, it will mean that the salaries bracket will go out of scale. Because for us to employ people, we must have a staff establishment. We must also have the vacancy arising. Then we must have a budget. And then it must be competitively sourced. So when you take the interns, you cannot drive it in. They come and we slot them in. Then what does that mean? If you slot them in and another 200 come, then it means that every time we shall be absorbing 200 people, which is not practical and which is not possible. So what we do, we give the interns the skilling opportunity, and then after that, we also do assessment, and we have their records. Those who have to perform extremely very well, even when the jobs are advertised, they can have some of the qualification and also the best in terms of performance. And then they can be picked competitively, but not handpicked. So we love you guys. And if we take them in, it will mean that we are not able to take other interns. And we want to come taking them, and then after they use the amount that we have used, we put another amount, they come and go out. So we can't absorb. I hope I'm very clear. The reason why logically we cannot be able to come and take in every intern that comes in.
Yeah, yes. That's clear. And how would you assess the county government's overall performance over the past 3 years in terms of service delivery and development?
The county?
Yeah.
The county, I think, during the regime of His Excellency Governor Badrisha, he has done a lot. Number one, he has made sure that there is a good service delivery by ensuring that he gave an executive order so that the admins are also given powers to be able to attend to the wananchi at the ground level. And he's going on to enhance their offices so that even at county level, our people can get a lot of services around there other than waiting every time to dash to the head office. So that is one thing that he has done. Yeah. He has tried to decentralize services. Like now he's working with the municipalities so that some of the large issues like approvals can also be done across near the municipalities so that it will be easier for people from every kijiji to be served at a close range. The other issue is, of course, he brought the municipalities. Municipalities' reason, number one, was to ensure the services are brought closer to the people. And you see, he has been able to bring 2 municipalities, from first regime to the second regime, 1 municipality, with him coming 2 municipalities, Mairenya and Engineer. Now, when we bring the municipalities, what happens? Sam? Number one, the services that were not there are anchored there. If you look at now, what was happening, there was a lot of gutting of fire in Kinagop and in Nyandarua. What has he done? He has brought fire engines at Engineer. And they have sorted a lot of problems. He has also now taken in another fire engine for Nyandarua at Mairenya so that it serves again that region. And then the other one serves the region of Kipipiri and Orokarao. And I think it is a strategy that you want to continue doing that until those services are so brought so close over to the citizen. The other one, of course, is flagship projects like AI. He has also done a lot of access roads opening. He has also done a lot of bridges, in total, going to almost that bridges in total. That is record. In terms of ensuring that there's accessibility and people can actually be able to do their business at a shorter period and without wasting a lot of time. The last one I would like maybe to talk about is critical and important is the staff motivation. You cannot be able to serve people with a demoralized staff. The Governor Badrisha has gone on record, under which is the docket I'm in charge of staff, head of the public service, and what he has enabled, created an environment where the staff have been promoted to almost more than quarter. That is something I've never seen over my life, even organization. This tells you the heart of the person. And when he does that, it is also to motivate the staff to be able to give the services in a good way. And lastly, it is training. There is a lot of money which is put in training so that staff can also be trained. And I think under that, also now working under him, I am very particular even to the chief officers to ensure that our staff are given the right issue to do with training. Yes.
Uniulize hiyo umeipata. And before hata niulize hii swali lingine, it seems that watu hawajui kenye ina happen kwa county, mbona hawajui?
Really, I think what you have done, Sam, we have done a lot. We have not been able to broadcast. Because if you are broadcasting kidogo, pengine it will become monotonous at that particular time. But at this particular time, very soon, you see, I also be coming to the main media. We are working towards ensuring that we are working on a program to ensure that the projects, what we have done and the achievement are communicated to our members of our public, and we are going to roll it over. Very soon, we will see us coming through all the WhatsApp, and also coming through the TV and also the radio, so that we can tell you exactly what Governor Badisha has been able to achieve, because it's a lot. In order to keep it, now it's a lifetime, so that within 3 years, that is the time people ask, has work been done? Let us prove it, that Governor Badisha has promised and has kept his promises. This is a working government, Sam.
Yeah, mnafaa mfanye hivyo ndio watu wajue. And how much money does the county government of Nyandarua receive every financial year? Roughly?
Before, the average was 5.9 billion, but currently now, with the addition which has come in, it will be about 6.3 billion.
6.3 billion?
Yes.
God, ni pesa mingi.
But that's not a lot of money. When you look at the staff costs, it's quite high, and in many other places they're even more higher. Then you look at that budget. When you remove that, then you have to have money to functionalize that budget. So you remain not with a lot of money for the development. It's only importance of somebody who is very particular, like His Excellency Governor Badisha, that has been able to use that little money and enable to accomplish so much, and which we are going to be able to roll out when we come to our communication strategy.
Yeah, but si kuna mikakati inaweko ndio hiyo pesa ipande bado?
Yes, like now we're talking about own source revenue.
Yeah.
Governor Badisha met it when it was about almost 400 million. He has come to 500 million. I think it was almost 500 million, and now he has been able to move it now to 600 million. So we just creating a good environment. So if we can raise this with the variation roll and raise it to 1 billion, it also help us to roll that back money to the society. Yes.
Tukiendelea tu hapo, are we truly getting the value of the billions received each year, especially when comparing Nyandarua's progress to neighboring counties like Laikipia, Murang'a, or Kiambu?
I think I'm right inside the kitchen, Sam. Yeah. I think this money has been utilized so well, and with a lot of precision. If you look at board, I've told you, you look at the education center, you come to agriculture, you come to roads, you come to youth, you come to water. You'll be amazed as the kind of things that we have been actually able to do, even in terms of boreholes that have actually been drilled, helping in terms of education in places that required over that. You actually find that actually this money has been put into good use. And as I said, when we come and roll it over in the communication, we will be able to tell people, even in health, in our health system, there are quite a number of health centers which have already been built from zero ground up to completion. And when you compare the little money we are getting with the Laikipia, which took away our Nyahururu, which is actually would have been our main resource, you realize that Nyandarua is going very far. And I want to challenge you, in NEPAD, NEPAD is a non-governmental organization, and they've done a lot of research. When I went to Nairobi, our roads department was ranked among the highest in terms of rolling off over issues to do with roads in the country. That is not somebody that is an independent, you know. They do not talk about the others, but I'm talking about the roads.
Yeah, congratulations. Lakini kuna watu waoni hivyo, because the next question is, the former administration purchased road construction machinery, yet our roads remain in poor condition. Kuna watu waoni.
Surely, Sam. Surely. Let me see. I think honestly, we have done roads. And you'll be surprised. If you go by the figures that we can actually be able to give. If you look at the roads, the roads that are on graveling the roads, we have gone over 1,000 kilometers. graveling. That's that's where you have done the grading, you have done the compacting, you have compacted over 1,000 kilometers. That means almost all weather roads.
Yeah.
When we have talked grading and compacting, we have done over 6,000 kilometers. Now let me say this: the governor gives money to all wards, about 4 million to the machinery program, so that every ward utilizes that to do the roads, and ensure that the roads are made to be all weather and some others are graded. So it comes now to the question: how much has the MCA been able to utilize it to the best? Number two, there are some instances sorry. I'm sorry about that. There are instances where the county MCAs, they are given that money, but they want begin to remove 2 million or 1 million and put it into other projects. Yeah. Now, when it happens like that, we cannot blame the governor, because he is a representative there, and thinking that people maybe want those programs other than the roads. So when we see some of the roads then going wrong, if they have to strictly ensure, and I hope that the governor has to put his foot down on this, ensure that everyone has to utilize the 4 million.
Yeah,
they can. And let me ask this, and I'm not saying this because it is in my word. Let us honestly talk about it. Let me not talk about other places. What makes it unique for Honorable Magwarishoki to have done our roads? Is there a complaint in roads in engineer town, in engineer ward?
No.
Just be honest about that, Sam. We have acquired some of the best roads done by our MCA.
Yeah.
So what would make any other MCA not to deliver in terms of roads construction like that? So that I'm saying, governor facilitates, but also there is also the responsibility of those people who are also made to ensure that their areas are also done according to what has actually been laid aside. Now, I would like also to state that the machinery also have some maintenance costs.
Yeah.
And there is a budget for maintenance. Unasikia somebody like the former governor, let him not play jokes on this. I can't believe that the machinery in Malala. Sure, Sam, have you not seen them working? I'm asking you.
Umeziona.
It becomes practically a joke. I can tell you the governor has put in place a budget to ensure that those machines are maintained. But finally, and this is very important to the citizens, Governor Badrisha now realized that these machines are aging. They cannot perform like the way they were performing in the beginning.
Yeah.
After 5 years, machines come down so much, they become more costly.
Yeah.
So what we are doing is the Governor Badrisha is now working on replenishing and putting more new machineries slowly by slowly, so that they continue supporting the program.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wadau, so mnaendelea kusikiza and na hope mnaelewa. Juu nyinyi mlinituma niulize na ndio nauliza. Na kama huja subscribe guys, please subscribe ili tufike 1000 subscribers. And the next thing is, what steps has your administration taken to improve the road network, particularly rural access roads that directly affect farmers? The governor has done a lot in terms of road openings. Yeah.
He has done a lot of many cases in terms of road opening.
Yeah.
In terms of bridges which have been constructed, there is a lot which has already been achieved.
Yeah.
In terms of connecting people from one village to the other.
Yeah.
And I can be able to articulate that.
Yeah.
On a number of bridges which has been done coming to almost 30 over across the entire county.
Yeah.
And we can talk about them. We talk to Nyakio, you can talk about Nyakio, you can talk about Shiodo, you can talk about Washington. Yeah. That is clear in this place. If you come to Gashuha, the longest bridge, about 40 meters, which is being done. If you go to a Johi Riaeta, if you go to the upper side in Kajuri, there are a number of them connecting the county to the Kajuri to Orkarao and others to Gilgil. If you go to Ojororok, we have others. If you go to Central, you also have others. So he has done a lot to ensure that there is a connectivity. Number two, he has also bought mineral and made roads so that the actual accessibility is found on that.
Okay, thank you for clarifying on that. And many residents are concerned that the county is prioritizing avocado farming, which is often less profitable to farmers due to poor market prices. And the question is, why focus on avocado over high-value crops like potatoes, carrots, and cabbages?
I think people could be getting it a bit wrong. When we say this, and I want to have a very good conversation, it may not be have enough time of this. Number one, potatoes, peas, carrots are perishable commodities. So you cannot be able to store them for long. Even if we have the storage capacity, we may not be able to have the fullness of all of them. So you realize supply and demand, they grow, and then when they grow together, because it's seasonal, the prices come to the bottom log. So our people always work so hard, but they get very low value. And then once the season is over, when it's not there, is when maybe the other will be coming a bit higher. And so it is good because they are the ones, some of them, it's the one which educated us. But it is, again, it is so capital intensive. A lot of money goes in labor, in production, and the margin value is very low. So what Governor Batisha is saying is, let us put in support into the issue about the crops of the even for potatoes and peas and the rest. That continue to be supported. And in the value chain in agriculture, the farmers supported even do subsidized fertilizers and through extension officers. And even now, they are being supported through the ATCs. So that one is being done. But what he has done, it's a person who is wise enough, a person who is good enough, and a person who is strategic, and thought we need diversification. Okay?
Yes.
Thank you. We need diversification because some, the issue is how many. Unaona, now we own a coffee plaza. Unaona this plaza. Where have you ever seen a potato plaza? Because the money that comes is very little. It is utilized, it gets finished. So what he has done is to go for almost cash crop. And that is where people are going. Let me tell you, go to Mechanization. They have stopped producing this. They have started planting coffee. Those guys are going to be among the most rich people. When us now, we maize, because they realize that they continue to do a lot of maize, nothing comes in terms of farmers going forward. I challenge you as a team to go to Mechanization and see what the people have done. They move the maize and they are planting the coffee. What Governor Batisha has done is to come up with high yielding and think about apples, which if it does well, it will actually be one of the best rich production and reaching to our farmers. Avocado, it takes a bit long, but when they start giving the yield, it is a more high value yielding cash crop. Coffee at Nyandarua. So what he's trying to do is continue with the other things, but let us also now focus on cash crops which can actually help the farmers to be more enriched in terms of capacity and in terms even of income.
Okay. So do you think people are fearing change?
Yes, because you see, you talk about it, you don't put all your eggs in one basket because they can break, isn't it? And then you go lost. So when people are changing from one to another, there's uncertainty, but when we start getting the results, I'm sure people will start seeing the mind and they also appreciate. But even now, majority of them are also seeing the sense and appreciating. But this is the clarity maybe that needed to be given and assurance to our people.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then avocado. What's being done to revive local factories such as the Jambini potato plants, and how is the county supporting and strengthening farmer cooperatives for collective marketing and better pricing?
Okay. Before I go to that, maybe there's something I've remembered, I would have told you.
Yeah.
Also, if you look at the crops we are talking about, they are highly resilient crops. Okay. It's not like the potatoes which are hit by frost one time and the next time we are done.
Yeah.
So I think that is also an important part to get into. Now, talk about the issue about Jabini.
Yeah.
What the county is doing is that we have come up with a program of KIPE. KIPE is spreading 500 million.
Yeah.
The county is putting 250 million. Already, the county alone, without the government, with the national government, has built almost 12%.
Okay.
Once it is fully finished, it will help in terms of coming up with various small cottage factories where people are buying and processing some of the things from the farmers. So that effect will happen, it will create employment. Number two, it will create a high income for the farmers because now they are selling those things close to where they are. And number three, because these things would actually be there's additional value to it. Some of the people who might actually take those cottages could also be people from Nyandarua. They also now help them to earn higher amount other than selling it when it is low. So I think that is one thing that been very critical. And the other one is also, if you look at what we are doing in the county, we are also engaging private partnership partners, so that so that we can actually be able to support the ecosystem in terms of production and also in terms of the marketing. The critical part of what His Excellency has been working so strongly is also to work out linkages of the market, so that at least our people can also be able to have enough take back. Yes.
Okay. And that's good. And what progress has been made in mechanization, access to quality farm inputs and extension services for farmers?
When you talk about mechanization, the county, through His Excellency the Governor, has been able to revive farm machinery, like tractors, planters, sprayers, and harrows in ATC at Nyahururu and Jabini. These are now available for our farmers at affordable prices. I think it's good for the farmers to know that. They can get the tractors at lower prices than what the normal other tractors give. Then there's also the last mile distribution of subsidized fertilizers to cooperatives with proper storage facilities, so that they can actually also be able to help in terms of enhancing the productivity. Now there's also the distribution of seeds in some of the wards, and increased advisory to our farmers on the best crop seed, like the maize, so that they can actually be able now to go to the next level. Yes. And I think maybe one thing I would like to also to talk about, there's also the revival of agricultural institutions.
Okay.
Do you know them?
No, I don't know them by name.
The ATC at Ojororok.
Yes.
The ATC at Jororok. ATC at Jabini.
Yes.
I think what His Excellency have done is to strengthen the service delivery and sustainability. The county has already revived key agricultural institutions, and these are he has done that by setting record a revolving agricultural revolving fund, so that they can actually continue being able to make money, go back and given it the first seed, so that they can actually be able to give support to the farmers. Because the problem is the other one, you're given some little money, it gets finished, you stop there. But the other one is now helping them to become better and better in terms of serving the people. The agricultural mechanization services, which is at Nyahururu, has been revived and operational. Can I tell you this?
Yes.
176 farmers within 6 months, okay, have been served. 176 farmers within 6 months. 800 acres of land has actually been plowed and hallowed and planted.
Unique.
I think for those detractors who may want to listen and hear, that is the story or fact of what Governor Badish has been able to achieve. Number 3, the Nyahururu Nyandarua potato seed unit, Nyandarua potato seed unit. Now, the tissue culture laboratory has been put into operation and producing disease-free potato plantlets. And they are also for commercial production in African cuttings. So that we can have clean potatoes and that have more greater yields to the farmers, and also for the sake of improving the yield in the county. The other issue is agricultural training centers. That is 2 ATC centers now hosting farmers training, which they had stopped there before. But now we are having that and also partnering with other institutions. So I think in both technical and capacity building and hospitality, also which they are also doing, we are doing well. That is telling you on that. You talked about the extension services. You just mentioned that on a little bit of that. On terms of extension services, Sam, we will be able now, the governor is working now to recruit. It's actually said the next again season, which you want to go is the highest number he want to employ is for agriculture and health. It's a governor who is strategic. It's not just waking up and not thinking about or waking up on what is to be done. He is strategic on his moves. So you want to recruit more extension officers, and also he is also going to launch like the motorbikes next week in Nyakeo to support extension work, and that he want to continue rolling it over and across the county so that our farmers can be served accordingly. Yes.
Okay. And talking about the health sector, mimi najiulizaga, so you are older than me, mimi ni mtoto wako, and najiulizaga nini ilikuwa mbaya, because where you have been in Kenya for long, shida ya ID yenye tulikuwa tunatumia, shida ya NHIF, shida ya linda mama, ilikuwa ni nini mpaka zikatolewa?
No, I think they were working very well. The national government came up with the issue of the SHA. Maybe in their own wisdom, they thought it was going to work out for the best. Maybe we give it a little bit time to see the performance. But if it doesn't perform very well, a logical government would be able to review. But that is a national government agenda. But the SHA to some extent has also been working. But when changes are coming, sometimes it's difficult. So not like wholly some to condemn it, but what we are saying is that those were good programs. Maybe what they would have done, instead of scrapping everything away, they could have gone on transition. But that's what my take. That's my take.
Yeah, that's good. Under the former governor, we saw major developments. The Mashujaa complex, the Bamboo Hospital, and the Communicable Disease Control Center. What comparable initiatives has Governor Badilisha delivered in the health sector?
Now, I just want to state here openly in this, and any person who challenge it, challenge. Sam, if you come and build this hotel, you give the contractor to build, he build, and you are not able to pay even a penny, and somebody else comes and buys it off and pays the contractor, and the building becomes his. Who has constructed or who has done the job?
The one who was paid.
Right? Can I talk to the citizens? Mashujaa was constructed. But former governor never paid penny for the Mashujaa. When we came, we were slammed with the bill for the construction.
Yeah.
And the contractor had even gone out of sight. I want to tell the listeners, Governor Badilisha thought this is critical. Even if I go and start doing some other hospitals and the rest, people, what does it make sense? This already a hospital which is already in shell. Do we pay the people, or do we not pay them so that we can say that was former governor who never paid?
No,
a person who is good enough, Sam, would actually think this was actually for the county.
Yeah.
So Governor Badilisha has paid 700 million to the contractor.
Okay.
And now he has gone a step further through His Excellency the President, and also in partnership with the national government, so that we can complete that hospital. So when we talk about Mashujaa, really, who is the owner of the Mashujaa? I mean, I want to leave it to the citizens to give me that, to synthesize that answer and think about it. Point about number 2, Bamboo Hospital. He did upgrade 26. There was left with 26 million not paid. The county has already paid about 6 million. 20 million is being put in process of being paid. But now, we have so many things, so we continue paying until we finish. So again, the upgrade was done, but who has really done the upgrade is one who is actually paying for that upgrade. Because he could have actually come, he could have brought to show the people it was done towards the time of coming to the end, and then leave it the burden to the new government. And I think Governor Badilisha has done very well. Nyandarua Hospital, we had also a problem of about 20 million, which was left not paid. And Governor Badilisha has put in mechanism to pay for the same. Now, when we talk about Governor Badilisha, what he has done, if you look at the Engineer Hospital, he also put in about 100 million to ensure that it is functionalized. That the former governor had done the shell, which was okay. And we appreciate that when somebody has done something, appreciate. But now, functionalizing it, Governor Badilisha came and put about 100 million for it to have the kind of the art of state, which it's in. So I think he has done commendable job. Then he has also done some other health centers from zeros like Shamuka, Munyeki, and a number of others that he has now done from the ground and put it up to the top. All right? And there is more he wants to do. Currently, as we are talking now, he is actually working strategically. An important fact, he wants now to take Babu to level 4. That will help even as a specialist. He wants to take Manunga to level 4. He is making arrangement to take Daragwa to level 4. And later Shamuka to level 4. Before we get this regime is the time is up. You actually now witness what he has done, and just like also he has done even for the county headquarters. He has put a lot of money that is going in that place. Yes.
Oh, talking about your hospital engineer, Nyayo Hospital.
Nyayo Hospital.
Oh,
yes.
And how is the county addressing the shortage of health workers and specialists in public hospitals?
The government has done quite commendable on that. He has employed 102 staff.
Yes.
That's a big number.
Yes.
From medical, clinical officers. And now, in the next lap, that is from January, he is also working out to ensure that he had more health staff and also agricultural staff, especially so that the agricultural extension can be strengthened and the farmers can be taken care of.
Okay. Oh, you ilikuwa tu hivyo brief.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. And what is the county doing to enable the youth to be self-reliant?
In terms of the youth self-reliance, I think there's quite a number of steps that government has put in place. Number one, recognition for prayer running. You know, the other time about 350 are going through that process. People who are not able to have certificates, but they are very good plumbers, they are very good masons. Even when these people come around here, like the people that come around here, the affordable housing.
Yes.
When they come, they just come and pick all the people they are coming to pick,
yes,
are much more from outside the county, because some of our people do not have the skills, and even if they have the skills, they don't have the certificate to show. So what the governor of Badisha has done and worked on is to, number one, to get those people given certificates.
Okay.
They are taken through a process.
Yes.
By NITA and in partnership with the county, yes, they get certificates. After they get certificate, then any other time, and they are graded. If you come from outside to build here, you have somebody who has a certificate. If you want to go to Dubai, they want to go to Canada, somebody has a certificate to show that he is actually a skilled person. Now, two, he is working on a program, again, to take 1,000 youth from Form 4, taking them through the program of skilling and giving them skills in plumbing, in electrical, in salon management, and all the other kinds of skills. Yes. And then after that, after they are taken through the process, 1,000 youth, they are then given some kits, the ones who are so needy, so that they can go and start up business. Number three, on that, the governor Badisha has also worked to have a fund, so that the youth can also get that access to that fund at zero pay interest, so that they can enable them to start up their businesses. He has also started the Super Cup. It's not just a Super Cup. You saw the other time the person who won at Miharati, the ones who have gotten first, given the first, the best, they have even bought sheep. So when these people are coming, number one, number two, number three, and are getting this money, it's also enabling now to be also self-reliant. All right. And on the issue of health, maybe I can remember on one thing to ensure that the missing gaps in terms of staffing, the government has also worked hard to ensure that low camps supports are gotten into place, so that we can address the shortages that could be in healthy services as we continue doing the employment, because it's also attached to the budget provision. Yes.
Time ikifika itawaka. Tumefikia wasanii.
And there's so many things. There's the talenting wards also for the youth. There's also the ensuring that he has good facilities, like now Avocado is stadium is being renovated. Engineer, they are buying land to build a good stadium. Mutanga, I think also in Nyandarua, they are doing also a good job in trying to elevate the standards, so that the youth can actually have places for land track and for good mazoezi and also for competition. Okay, and also talent shows and many others.
Sapo kwa talent shows.
Yes.
You see, talent search was held, but the finals hazikuwa ifanyika. What happened?
The finals will be done in December. I think in December.
Wasanii.
So then I'm not they are given time to practice, to continue practicing, and so that they can continue polishing where they feel that they need to do better. So yes.
Even though
yes, so that they are given time, so that they check where in terms of competition, and they start making it better, and then they come for a hit. Yes.
Wengine waliacha muziki. Ungeona DM wakini DM.
What?
Waliacha muziki. Talent search nini?
Give them the hope. Good things are coming.
December. Tutatoa tarehe. Unaona kwa hii podcast, kwa maana unafaa subscribe juu, si ndio tutaambiwa tu wapostie tarehe bana. And what do you consider the governor's key achievements so far in office, or what would you say is governor's flagship project so far?
There's quite a number.
Yes.
But let me put about what is done, and maybe you put what will be coming to be done. Like even NYS, even the youth, which I never mentioned, governor is also doing a fantastic thing, because he want to start Nyandarua youth service, so that youth can be taken for a service a bit, and then they can be taken for skilling. and then after that they are given support to start business.
Yes.
I think this governor deserves an appreciation. Honestly, I mean, not the kind of things that is spoken all over here. I'm talking about real facts as a county secretary. And when you come to in depth about this, when the departments, maybe when you have the communication strategy, and every department comes and talks, you see in the fullness about the actual of what we are talking about. Let me talk about AI.
Yes.
And road network and bridges.
Okay.
It's major, flagship programs that have succeeded well. In the AI program, they were used to pay 1,500. Currently, they pay 400 shilling only. Oh. And what is happening, the other time during the other regime, they were coming and giving cows. How long can you take some, if you take arithmetic, to take every cow to give to every person in Nyandarua? It doesn't make sense. That's a project that is not achievable. So what governor did was to bring the AI, lower the prices, then many people are able to take the advantage and put the cows into a position of having better quality cows. So out of 1,500, the farmer pays only 400. This, our detractors would have talked, it has succeeded big time. I can tell you 20,000 have now been served with the seed, the new quality seed. Okay? Out of that, consumption rate is 17,000. That is 85%. 85% is a good high score at any level. That's an A score. All right? Then the cows about to be born is about 16,000. And 3,000 has already been born. I don't know how many are called Badrisha over. Maybe I wish we could have also said FAN, the county secretary also, or maybe also because I'm Badrisha. I think the governor has done a commendable. This was his brainchild, and you can see what has happened. Let's give a credit where it is due. Okay. Now he has also gone in agriculture and done the diversification in terms of our crop, and which we talked about, that the APOS trials, about 22,000 plants have also been done in across to 9 wards. Okay, avocado promotion is also on the lines about that. But also the Super Napier worth 12 million distributed last year. What has happened? Super Napier, people don't know. The cutting used to be bought at 100. Currently, it's going to 10 shillings because the production has started now taking shape. In other words, more people are going to have it, and it's going now to, the prices will come down, more people will have it, and it's going to be easier in terms of people production. That's going to bring a very high production. Currently, again, we are doing 25 acres of June cow. Okay, fodder, June cow fodder in ATCs. That is 1 acre per ward. Okay, so that this junior cow fodder is going to be planted 1 acre for every ward. So that now we get around 1 acre, it is all taken out, given to farmers, and then they replant again. So the yield of our milk is going to be high. I think honestly, if people hear this, maybe who do not understand and have not known about this, they will see we are not just talking. It is going to be a very uphill task to compete with this man in terms of ability, in terms of strategic thinking and mind, in terms of thinking. All right? Now he's also doing on the revival of the agricultural institutions, in creating the revolving fund. And as I said, in mechanization alone, over 176 people in 6 months have already been served. And 800 acres have been done. All right? And of course, we can go on and talk about the Nyandarua seed unit, of course, which is a support. But let me can I talk about maybe the issue about the road network? I think I want to talk about this in when I'm relaxed. Now, number one, I may not have the entire details, but I may have them abstract as the county secretary.
Yeah.
But somebody will come to Guinea as a lead in the department and come and give.
Yeah.
I'm able to give this because I coordinate the government. So I'm able to know exactly what is happening under Governor Badilisha.
Yeah.
Now let me say about the road network, terms of a road network.
Yes.
Last financial year alone, a total of 35 kilometers, new roads were constructed. New roads which have never been constructed since the creation of the world as roads.
Yeah.
Those are new roads, 35 kilometers.
Yeah.
That is, and the good thing is, don't see that 5 as small, because you see some places, ukienda hapa kwenu, pahali unaona it only needs 1 kilometer to connect from this side to this side. But what wanazunguka almost 15 kilometers. So some are 2 kilometers, others are 1.5, others are 3. When you get all that, 5 kilometers has actually been opened. Okay, the roads that have actually been constructed. Okay, that is the new roads. Okay, that have been actually been developed under the current administration again are 60,000 kilometers. Okay, 60,000 kilometers. From last year alone, it's 35. But from the time that Governor Badilisha came in, there are 60 kilometers. So even if you take about 3 kilometers, you see almost 20 roads that have actually been able to join. In some places, it was pathetic because people walk and go very far away. But now you find that they are able to have them very close by. All right. Now let's come to the issue about the coverage in every ward where we have worked, or where the other roads which are in existence have been done. And I talked about it. I said that graveling and graveling the roads, they have done about 1,000. What does that mean? 1,000 kilometers. They are all weather road. You don't need to come back again there again so much, like the places where you do, and then you grade and then you move. And as we talk, for the one for grading, 6,000 kilometers have actually been done from the time that we started. Now, when you look at that, you actually see that the work that has actually been established and done is a lot in terms of the work that actually been already done. And we are talking about that, knowing that we are coming from a constraint of budget. And you remember what I told you, Sam, that what I told you is that we have a problem in terms of the envelope, you know. But it's the little that actually is utilized and utilized well. All right. And this have been possible because, again, there is utilization of the 4 million fuel money which is given to every ward so that they can actually be utilized for the machinery. All right. When we talk about the bridge, can I talk about that just briefly on that? Now, over 20 bridges, 20 bridges completed. Now the others that are in space about almost 10. So about 30 bridges are actually almost into the 20 completed. Others are in the stage of completion. And we have all of them, all over. You go to the Thai, you know, Wanyuke Bridge, it is there. You go to Nyakio, Jogune Bridge, it is there. You come to Engineer, the Shedo Bridge, it is there. And you can actually facilitate and see it. You go to Gaganje, to Gideon Ward, what do you call it? What do you call it? It's a bridge, which is very, 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 very famous, Gashura Bridge. 40 meters bridge. From the time of Colony, no one could ever do it. It has been done by one and only one, Governor Badilisha. I mean, when we talk about performance, let's be serious, guys. You know, now you go to Mutarakwa, you know, the Gadara Mutarakwa Bridge, it has actually been done. You know, engineer, we talked about Shedo Bridge, it has been done. Wajohi, Laeta, and Kaibaga Rumadi, it has been done. Or Karau, Nairoko, and Kaduma, in Orokarao has actually been done. Okay, in Kadwere it is a Kidawa Bridge. Okay, and Vitai Bridge has also been done. If you come to Ward, again there is a Kabul Bridge which has also been done. If you go to Gaganche, there's multiple community bridges supporting the feeder road. Okay, I think there's also there's one which I cannot remember, which has actually been done at Gaganche. So if you look at it, there are multiple bridges all across the communities which has actually been done. And again, there are others which are on course, which are actually coming up. You talk to you even talk about also Central Ward. They are the ones which have actually been done there. We have Keleta. There's one which have actually been done there. So if you look at all across the counties, the wards, you realize there is no place that has been left behind. And this man, the good thing is an equalizer. He's not a person who develops one section like north and south is not done. You can see his rationality and equity is actually very high. And when you look at that, if you look at all that sum, the impact that is there, number one, farm to market connectivity is actually strategic impact. If you look at the farm to market connectivity, it is actually been very highly improved. If you look to access to health and educational facilities for children and the people who are sick, going around 15 kilometers instead of passing only 2 kilometers, it is enhanced for good of us, of our community. When you look at the inter-ward and inter-county linkages, it has also been established through these bridges and also through the access roads, which has actually been done. The reduction of travel time and transport costs, which is money going to waste. The people are actually able to have more in terms of their income, all right? And of course, supporting the local contractors in job creation, labor intensive, where our youth has been actually be the one who has also been benefiting in that. So, I can sell this with passion. I mean, if somebody want to come, and there is now other issues which are actually already in place, that the governor is already working as now also as flagship project that are going to be worked and completed. And we shall be able to come and tell you as they start rolling over.
Hey, wadau. So if nyinyi mmejengewa hizo bridges kwenyu, guys, hebu commentini alafu mtutag kwa hizo video zenyu, mpost hizo video za hizo bridges, then tutaziangalia. Another thing that ninaona walikuwa ameuliza is there, but it's the same thing is takuuliza. So people are asking, have you attained the retirement age as some have speculated?
Hey, can you also ask me personal questions?
Ni mraya.
Okay, ni mraya. Anyway, for our people, wonderful people in Nyandarua County, and both the old and the youth, you are free to ask that question. Yes. Now, the seat of the CS is not a mentorship position. So it is not about handpicking anybody and putting that office. Anybody, even if it was become the governor, that is a seat that is so critical. It coordinates the government. What does that mean? You need to have the experience. You need to have the experience in terms of administration, firmness. You need to have understanding of legal implication and laws. You need to have interpersonal understanding. You need to have emotional intelligence. You need to have an understanding of how to deal with the people. You need to be a good person. If it is taking minutes, if I take my minutes with the governor right now, after 1 hour I can produce them, and have, if you have the meetings, we have had meetings with the equity, I've had the meeting, I'm challenging that. Go and ask even the equity, ask the other people. We have a meeting with them. Before they leave, I have already done the minutes and they are ready for signing, not that we are going to wait for 1 week to come and do this. You need to understand you are dealing with also multi agencies, you are dealing with the ESCC, you are dealing with the Auditor General, you are dealing with the government offices, you are dealing with the county commissioner, you are dealing with the DCCs. If you are a youth and you are coming over, it will be so overwhelming, you know, it will be overwhelming. Yeah. Somebody may see as if you are failing, and not when you are not failing. It's because of the nature of experience that is required. So I tell you, this seat has no age limit, and that is the truth. And just like even CC, they don't have the age limit. But let me give you, just talk about it. Number one,
yes,
Mudauda. How old was Mudauda? He had even gray hair. Okay. Do you find gray hair on me if you walk? All right. Number two, you have to look at the Kenya. How old was he? Okay. All right.
Okay.
He was still the head of public service. Now come to the person who is there currently. All right. Kosgei always now look at Kosgei, then look at the one who is also there currently, head of public service. Yeah. His age, you can go and check. So why do you think all those people are taken with good age and even beyond sometimes? So when you look at the county secretary, and when you want to challenge, the question you should be challenging about the county secretary position is it producing? Is it achieving? Is it able to deliver? If it's able to deliver, you don't have to fix it. If it is not able to deliver, you can go ahead and fix the same. Yeah. But this is acquired Daventry with experience. It is not something that you come in. Yes. I'll be glad to have a deputy county secretary who is a youth. We continue training them. At a certain age, now they can pick up. You take other youth again to come up. What we have, Sam, if you challenge me, if you have asked me so many questions, you can challenge me on many other platforms and so many other issues, even on issues to do with HR. You're talking about you are dealing with a union, you are dealing with a county assembly, you know, and you have to have a very acting balance. You have the CCs, you know, you have the CEOs. You are supervising the CEOs in terms of operations. Yeah. So tell me honestly, if you get even a young person and you put him there, it's actually making a certificate for him to fail, which is not actually right. And also, it needs some firmness. It needs firmness. All right?
Yeah.
Okay. And I brought that in so that to show you that the age does not matter. And when you look at me, I think I don't know whether I have the age that people talk about. You have to look at the intellect, ability. Okay.
Yeah.
From the time you have been doing me here, you have not heard me say you shoot the question, I answer them.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's about ability and about performance. It's about delivery, you know.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, some of us, to be honest, in consultancy we earn better. That's a fact.
Yeah.
But coming here, we do this with a passion because it's our county. And you see Governor Batisha had the reason to get you because he needed people that are going to help him to deliver the mandate. Yes. Okay. And when the county commission, the county assembly is very strict, when they are passing, they knew that the age for that seat is not counted. And as I told you, county secretary is not a mentorship position. It is about coordination, performance, and delivery.
Matopare, mapangare, tiri tiri tiri. So wase mtanisamea, maswali yenu ilikuwa ni mingi sana. And due to time na unajua is the county CS akona shughuli mingi pia na nini. So tutakuja revisit in the next episode. But before tumalize kuna maswali 3-4 acha ni shoot kwako then tukimalizia. So there are allegations that you are using police harassment or arrest to intimidate young critics. What's your response to those claims?
Sam.
Yes.
I think ulikuwa umejipanga kunihanda leo the kind of questions you want to ask. But let me tell you honestly, I'll answer any question that you ask.
Yeah.
And what the citizen would ask.
Yes.
And I'm ready for that.
Yeah.
What we are saying is that we should have responsible social media.
Yeah.
I do not believe in demeaning any person, and I say that hata yule mtu anatupikia chai, I respect them. kama ni training apatie wale wengine.
Yes.
Any person say nimetukana any staff, you have been around engineer, one used to say CS mtu akutukana watu, I have no record where I've ever been able to abuse anybody.
Yes.
Now I want to put it in record. I said nobody will ever abuse me in the social media, and I don't take action. I want to emphasize that.
Yeah.
Even tomorrow, anybody who dare me, I will take appropriate action. But Sam,
yeah,
what is good? Other regimes and other people tumejua watu wanafanya hiyo wajenzi au watu wengine even in this county, wanapigwa mpaka karibu kuharibiwa.
Yeah.
Wanakuwa abducted, wanapigiwa kwa msito. We have the examples over time. Yeah. Why should I, as a responsible father, as a responsible citizen, why should I organize with the people to pick somebody and apigiwe kelele alafu awe ni kama akufie huko or awe very badly disfigured? Why should anybody do that? Those who are doing that, they are not known, so you cannot know them. Frank is an honest person, is an honest citizen. This country is run by law.
Yeah.
So what I do, my work, Sam, is if you abuse me, instead ya kutukana wewe mimi kutukane au nipage jama upigwe, I go and report to the police because that is my right. After I report to the police, they are able to look at the case and say, does it qualify for cybercrime or not? Is there evidence? If they find there is evidence, they will come for you. And that is a legal process.
Yeah.
So when they come for you, me, I don't own policemen. I only report, they come for you because it is a legal process. Number two, I am very, very kind at heart.
Yeah.
Even somebody like Bravuri, when he was caught, I told him apologize and circulate.
Yeah.
He didn't. He decided he want to test it more. So I went ahead and reported.
Yeah.
And then after reporting, the case started. When the case started, it came to a moment when Muraburi found things were becoming hot. He requested me to withdraw.
Yeah.
I told him I cannot withdraw. It's only you to apply through my lawyer for asking me. I've already forgiven you and I'm ready to withdraw. But I can't withdraw a case when I'm the one who has taken it, because people will say it was not having sufficient evidence. That's what you'd say.
Yeah.
So what I do is you come to my lawyer, you apply for that, and then they go to court and say the person has requested and my client has agreed it to be sorted outside the court. Muraburi went to that level. Then afterward, watu wengine, mtu mwingine wa national government akamdanganya wewe ataweza tutakulipia what? And I want to talk to Gen Zs. Very unfortunate. We are being misused by people as phones. You to server, lakini watoto wao hawezi kuambiwa waandike vile mnaandika. You know, because they know that is a legal process and a problem. So and I'll comment on that when I'm finishing.
Yes.
When I did some, in my heart, I forgave him. But then after some time, he decided by the way he was being told, hakuna case iendelee. So we cannot comment how it's going to come out because it's in court.
Yeah.
We are waiting. So if we get the short hand of the stick, everybody in Nyandarua would know. I had forgiven. He decided to be man enough, so he go with it and let us wait for the
outcome. Yeah.
Finally, so that I can demonstrate it. Somebody called Mokumo.
Yes.
Decided to post. I told him to apologize 48 hours. He didn't. I went to the police. They went for him because that is the process.
Okay.
When he went to the police, he took a board. When he took a board, Mukumo came up, was able to recognize the issue and how serious a cybercrime is.
Yeah.
Mukumo was able, with some other people who were coming to me, she was able to see as a person that this game is going to be short game on me.
Yeah.
So Mukumo decided to apologize, and he wrote an apology to me, and it was circulated in the social media. And then he met me. What did I do, Sam? I withdrew the case. Okay. If even before it landed in the court. Because once it lands in the court and he has taken the fingerprints, it will go in the record.
Yeah.
So as a father, I listened to him, and I was a very good young man, and now we are best friends. And he actually said he realized the mistake.
Yeah.
Let me talk to this, Sam, because you and the other young people, my love.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is,
Yes.
what does it make? 2 lawyers, and in fact 3, 2 lawyers first. They were telling Mukomo don't withdraw the case. Why? They want just to be there to show the people that, we are defending the Gen Z so that they can stimulate the Gen Zs.
Yeah.
That is what we call rubbish. You know very well that case itafunga hiyo mtoto.
Yeah.
Na unataka kutumia kama poll so that you can steam up yourself in terms of issues about votes. It's such a shame. As a responsible father, somebody will tell somebody the truth. Yeah. There's one lawyer who told Mukomo,
yes.
Please, Mukomo, I'm going to defend you, but this is a serious case. If you can get moment, you talk with the CS, yeah. and you agree, it is better off. That is a person who is reasonable, yeah. and knows. And even my brother David, the other time he says there's no case. So if he says that there's no case,
yeah.
the police went for him. Why don't he take up the police and say that the case had no merit? So it is hypocrite,
yeah.
very hypocritical for people to use the Gen Zs to advance their political causes.
Yeah.
So they wanted to use that for Mukomo. Too sorry. Then go and bring issue-based issues. Yeah. So because they would like to use that to hit at the government. But I want to state very clear here. Mm. If you want to criticize the government, you are welcome. And you answer. You ask me so many questions.
Yeah.
I don't think I've changed the way you ask to me. Yeah. If you want to critique even the office of the CS, critique it and ask questions. I will answer. Because these offices are yours. Yeah. But you have no right to abuse me. I am a father, respected father of my children that I love so much. I am a respected husband of my wonderful wife. Yeah. I have a reputation in this country. Even like where you see me getting even the awards. Yeah. Why should one single person think that he has the license because you can go to the social media and write? I can tell you that I will not back off, that I will not relent. Anybody who makes that daring move, I'll also deal with it. And I'll be ready for that. But if you ask questions across, or whatever you want to ask, you are welcome. And we will answer every question because these offices are not ours. They belong to you. So you critique them, ask us about the offices, but kindly, do not abuse the people holding the office.
Yeah.
Ask yourself, son, would you like your father to be abused the way you are doing it in the social media?
No.
Would you like yourself to be abused?
No.
Would you like yourself to be drawn with an animal and given an animal yourself? I mean, let us be honest.
Yeah.
So let's exercise responsible social media.
Yes.
Gen Zs and my kid brothers and young men, and I love you so much. I have dedicated so much in supporting the youth.
Yeah.
And I'll continue to do that. But when it comes to discipline, at a CC, we are product of discipline. Yes.
Mi hapo hata nikiongezea ni si Kenya kuna freedom of speech, hakuna freedom of hate like ufai kutukana watu.
Yes.
Haya, tukimalizia, what message would you like to send to Nyandarua residents, especially young people, about your administration's priorities for the remaining years in office?
I'd like to talk to our people in Nyandarua.
Yes.
I'll talk to the moms and daddies that are there, talk to our brothers and sisters, and talk to the youth.
Yeah.
I want to tell the people of Nyandarua we have hope.
Yeah.
There is hope.
Okay.
If you look at what I've just touched on,
yeah.
and I'm just a CS, I'm touching across the departments,
yeah.
I am going to work out, we are going to work out a strategy under the CS office, under the governor. We roll out a strategy where every department will come in, we give you what you have done in about 1 week, and then after that the waziri will appear in the TV and chiefs in Kameme to tell you exactly the things they have done for a department, so that you can actually build hope in you. I want to say that the plans that Governor Badisa has, it is good for this county. It's good for you that elected him. promises that he has promised, he is keeping them. Then the Gen Zs, if you look at the programs for the youth, I want us to come during the program that we are going to roll over. We tell you the programs of the youth. They will tell it all. That there is so many programs for the youth that the governor is aligning and putting a lot of money into it. The budget for the youth, I want to tell the youth, he doubled it. All the money that have been used for the youth, he doubled the youth budget. What does that tell you? He increased also agriculture budget to a very high level. So that will tell you that he is actually thinking very, very deeply about both the old and also the young. Then let's look at the various things that is put in place. I told you, like the health system, he want to revolutionize it. He want to up the game for a number of hospitals. I told you about the programs he has in term enhancement to the cooperatives. That move continues so that as much money is channeled through the cooperatives, it reaches to the farmers on the ground. The AI program, he is continuing to enhance on it so that we can accelerate the production. And these AIs have, each one has a motorbike. He is actually wanting to work out so that he can increase on that. The extension services, he is working on that. Mechanization, we have told you, the tractors have been put in place so that now the farmers can be helped in terms of plowing. We are talking about the Cape. We are talking about the municipalities. I mean, you guys, you're talking about water. I mean, guys in Nyandarua, we could not have had a better governor at this particular time, and a governor that we can trust to come and finish over the many years and tell him, thank you, can you continue and finish the programs and do it the way you have done it well. I will just say this, friends, that this is a governor who has given promises, and the promises are being fulfilled in our eyes. And this is a working government. Thank you so much. And I wish you the very best. And tell the people that we love you. We appreciate you. We serve this country because of you. And the Gen Zs, you know my passion and my heart for you. Nobody can challenge my record for you. I am with you in support now and even in the future. Thank you.
So before tumalizie kabisa, now this is not as the CS. Now this is as a dad. Uta-advise aje, like one word kwa kijana mwenye anajituma sasa hivi kunje. Nini utamwambia, like as a word of encouragement? For our youth. One, kindly, and this I do it again and again. Kindly, number one, I would request you, please make sure that you join into groups, self-help groups, because self-help groups helps you when you are together with other people to learn other issues. Because you see, even as I could be good some, but honestly, if you put some head and some 3 people's head, they are going to have a better head than me. So when you come together as youth, you are able to have ideas on how you can grow. And that idea is one I use for forming the groups, which have now done very well. Bought themselves cows, built houses, gotten themselves in agricultural footing. That is number one. Number two, the advantage that government has put in place because of the revolving fund, trade fund, you are going to access it much more when you are in a group, and also when you are as much as long as you are single. But when you are in a group, you are able to get that advantage much more. Number 3, I will encourage our youth to learn the art of saving, because tunatumia ile kitu tumetumia leo imekwisha. Ile kidogo mdogo tuki-add, it go to a level that we are able to go up and become enhanced and powerfully anchored in the direction of where we shall be heading. So I think that is critical and important, you know, for our youth. And then also join together in companies when you also come to that level, so that you can also access some works in the county. There is also applying openly, and you can also be able to get over on that. So I think you have
I can tell our youth in Nyandarua, we have a future. And we have a governor that is caring also for the youth.
Yeah.
Sincerely.
Guys, tujiunganisha makundi, then tutasaidika. And thank you so much for coming on the podcast. Yeah, it's an amazing one. Hii ndio moja yenye nimefurahia sana kuifanya. Yeah, and thank you so much for honoring our invite and coming.
Thank you, Sam. Yeah. I think I want to appreciate much more. Yeah. Although umenipatia muda mfupi sana, I was not very well prepared. And I told Poetic, even today I was telling, can you push it a little bit? I was not very well prepared, but I've tried to do the very best I can from where I sit as a county secretary. Yes. And thank you for hosting me, Sam. I appreciate. I promise you that for you and other people, we will also be able to anchor you and be supported through the county by His Excellency the Governor. As you come up, I think for Oetic and the others, you should also be able to pay a visit, a courtesy call to our Governor. His doors are open so that it can be seen how we can also be supported in terms of your talent. And also, those viewers who have been listening to me today, and any people who have been asking the questions that you sent, which were very rich, I hear that they could not all be finished. We really appreciate it so much. And God bless you, people of Nyandarua. God bless you, our kid brothers and our sons and daughters. And I tell you that we care for you, and you do the very best we can, before God, for the benefit of this county. And when we get another chance and you tell us in advance, we will be able to come together so that we can also tell the people about what is happening in the county. But it's such a great honor to be with you today, and we appreciate so deeply. And thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
And also I appreciate my governor because of his support, and also enabling to create a good working environment for us to have the freedom to express ourselves and also to help in terms of actualizing the dream that he has for this county.
Yes,
thank you.
Nimeongona soda guys. So, hivi ndo tunakafunga leo. If kwenye kumefanya kazi, man, appreciate, and that's it guys. Kumbukeni, we leave a minute, and kama hujawatch hizo episodes zingine ya Musician, ya pastor, ya nani mwingine, ya political activist, guys, hii video iko hapa, and peace.